What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you some more Yu-Gi-Oh content. So let's swing on in. So for today's local diaries, we are taking the deck profile that we posted about our Dinomorphia, and we're going to take it to locals, put it to the test to see how well we can do in piloting it and see how well we can do against the meta. Honestly, this is a really weird deck to take in, something that I'm not very used to playing. As you guys can tell, I haven't played much of Dinos outside of Dinomorphia. We played Dinos maybe once last year, I think, and the deck was good. There is a lot that has changed since. The meta has definitely changed a lot. We're in a one-card combo meta, and we're seeing a lot of things that just, I don't know. It's hard. Hard to play in. So that's why we're taking the weird wacky stuff for the next couple weeks, just to see how well we can do with the weird and wacky. Because honestly, that's what I love. I love playing the weird and wacky stuff that you don't expect to see, like dinos. So let me show you the profile that we're cooking with, and then let me know down in the comments below what you think I should change out from the deck, whether it's the side, extra, main, whatever. And let's keep it budget, because this ain't my main. So let me show you the profile. All right, let me show you the profile that we are cooking with for today. So to start off with our main deck, we are playing 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which I think is just what we really need from the deck. We are also following that up with 3 copies of Soul Leaving Overraptor and 1 Miscellaneous Aerosaurus. So Konami, please bring back Miss, please. This deck could really use it. Next, we do play 2 copies of Dinomorphia Terizia with 1 copy of Giant Rex. And then we do play the 1 Xeno with the 1 Frostosaurus for our level 6 engine that we do play, which it may or may not come up, but we'll find out, I guess. And then the star of the show, 3 copies of Baby Ceresaurus and 2 copies of Petite Pteranodon, ones we want to see a lot, and then 2 copies of Animadorn, because if we happen to have a baby or petite, we can just normal summon this and combo off. Next, we do play 2 copies of Dino Wrestler Pankratops for the inevitability that we go second because we lose die rolls. And then we do play 3 copies of True King Lithosagem, the Disaster, because Ground Xenos are ridiculously expensive, and I think this is a great alternative to playing the Ground Xeno package. We do play the Scrap Engine with Scrap Raptor and 1 Scrap Chimera. It is really great, and that rounds out our monster lineup. As you can see, it's a lot that we're hoping to see and not see. Followed up with some Searchers, which do help out a lot. We played 3 copies of Fossil Dig and 3 copies of Prod of Prosperity, because we're impartial to our extra deck, so we're okay with digging our extra deck out. We do play 2 copies of Double Evolution builds just to get into either Ultimate Conductor or Pankratops if we need to. And then 1 copy of Terraforming to search out either Dragonic Diagram, which will get us our Lithosagem, or Lost World, which we do play 3 copies of Lost World. That is it for our spells. And then we play 1 trap, being Dinomorphia Frenzy, to complement that Dinomorphia engine that we do play. Moving on to our extra deck, we play 2 fusions in Rexterm and Kentragina. Majority of the time we are fusing into Rexterm. If we do get put under pressure for a skill drain, then we can go into Kentragina, and Kentragina will always just be at 4k, which will be a good beat stick. We do play 2 Synchros in Scarlight and Draco Berserker. I'm wanting to give Scarlight a try, being a timepiece, which may or may not come up, and then Draco Berserker being our best form of removal, aside from Ultimate Conductor. And then our Xyz package, which is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. We're playing 1 Dugaris the Timeless, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Dolka, 1 Logia, and then 1 Lars. So Out of this entire extra deck, Lars is the most expensive, and I think he sits somewhere at $8 since he was printed once in Dune. Otherwise, the rest of this is pretty cheap since it's been reprinted to death. The main ones that we're hoping to go into are these three for today. These are just supplementals to, like, most of the time Dugaris will be our make Ultimate Conductor Pierce. This Twiller for shutting down the graveyard. Tornado Dragon just take rid of spells and traps. And then our links, we're playing 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Pentastag, 1 Scrap Wyvern, 1 Topologic Trisbania, and then 1 Borrelsword Dragon. Definitely contemplating playing Nightmare Unicorn in its place, but I also thought of giving this a try, being another time card. And also it just gets rid of it banishes stuff which can come up, which would be cool. And then Borrelsword over access code just because Borrelsword, yeah. And then our side deck. So this is where things get a little interesting. We are playing 3 copies of Book of Eclipse to just flip stuff face down, with 3 copies of Soul and Luna. Soul and Luna is kind of an interesting tech for the deck. I don't know if we'll ever actually play it, but it is interesting. We'll just leave it at that. We are playing 1 Mind Control and 1 Change of Heart. I know that this came out, but this was like the only copy that I had, so it's 1. And we're playing 1 Gold Sarcophagus, 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More, and then 3 copies of Dark Hole. Because normal summon baby, Dark Hole the board. Gets our combo going. So that is our side deck. I don't know if we'll really see most of this. If anything, we'll probably be seeing these come up a lot. Book of Eclipse and Dark Hole. But we will see. So that is our Dino profile that we are cooking with today. Honestly, it is a little wonky, and that's exactly what we're going for. It is wonky and crazy. So let's head to locals to see if we can be a little crazy.
What is going on, you guys? Here we are at our local scene, and we just wrapped up round 1, so let me switch the recording and I'll give you a round 1 report. So round 1, we play against the new Toy Box engine mixed in with Dark Magician and Red Eyes, I think. Game 1, we set up full board with Lagia, Trisbania, which Dolka, and the Frenzy. And we take game 1. Game 2, he goes Dragoon Pass, and I'm like, I drew into 2 baby, 1 petite, Lost World, Pankratops, and then draw for turn with Terizia. So I was like, this is cool, this sucks. So he negates my Pank, which was expected. So we normal we went Lost World, and he specialed out Dark Magician and banished it off of the circle. And then we went Terizia. And so we were able to get Terizia, to get Frenzy. He had no cards in hand, so he was playing draw. He set 1 before he entered battle. We went Frenzy. Well, he went Dragoon, popped Terizia, burned me, and then I went Frenzy before battle, and then we got Rexterm, and he passed. Then we went Rexterm, swung over, and we took the game from there. So, I mean, so far, so good. We got 4 rounds, though, and seeing the competition, it's going to be a tough night. So, let's report and then wait for round 2. So, man, my worst fears come to reality. So, round 2, we play against Labyrinth. I haven't played against Labyrinth in a long time, and my side is not built for removal back row. I effed up. So game 1, he went first. He won the die roll. We somehow were able to establish a great board and OTK'd. Game 2, he went first again, and he sided in mistake. So I can't add. It pretty much shuts out my entire deck. So I mean, we ended up taking an L there, and then game 3, same thing, mistake. I went first, and we drew all my going second stuff. So that's the downside of playing going second. And I let him pass. He drew into the best top deck he needed, and he just controlled the tempo from there. So we ended up taking the L. Oh well, it is what it is. We knew it was going to happen eventually. So we'll see where rounds 3, 4, and 5 go, though. So rounds 3 and 4. Round 3, we end up playing against Dark Magician, Red Eyes Dark Magician. And game 1, he went first, set Dragoon, and we were able to just push through. Same thing in game 2. We were able to go and bait this full combo with like a whole bunch of stuff. Game 1, we kind of waited until so going back to game 1, we waited till, I think we actually went first. And he could have killed me on his turn, but he didn't use the effect of the field spell to summon back Dark Magician, since he summoned out Dark Magician Girl. But anyways, we were able to take, we just waited, because like we had the worst hand I've had all night, but wait till round 4. And he just swung in for a lot of damage. We waited, came back to my turn for turn 3. We baited around his Dragoon, his Eternal Soul for his Circle, and we just played around all that in order to just take it OTK with Ultimate Conductor. Game 1, we were able to, or game 2, he went second. He set up a decent board, no Dragoon this time, and we just played full combo through the entire thing. And again, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno into Dugaris this time with Pentastag. Did 7,000 on a token, and then the last 1,000 for game. So there was that. Round 4, we play again Snake Eyes. We go first, and he Veilered my Ovi, and we had no other normal summon that was worth it, so he ends up taking game 1. Game 2, we break super hard. Both games we used Pot of Prosperity, and it was the first time of the night that we used Pot of Prosperity, and we still didn't unbrick ourselves, so we lost to being bricked. Happens. So that was game 4. Still, or round 4. We have one more round left, and then we can head out 2-2. So not too bad with Dinos, not too bad. Jank. So round 5 was probably the most exciting round of this entire tournament. So we play against Branded, another really great top contender. Maybe not top contenders. We all know the best 3: Tempai, Yubel, and Snake Eye. But Branded is still up there, which is really great. So my opponent goes first. He sets up his board game 1, and Gimmick Puppet Nightmare locks me. I can't do jack. Game 2, we go first. We set up our full board. He can't break it. We go Rex turn, and we go game 3. Game 3, this is the one time I actually use my side deck. This entire night, I had not used my side deck until game 3 of round 5, the last game of the night that we're ever going to duel. We put in the 3 copies of Book of Eclipse, and we open up with 2 copies of Book of Eclipse. Our starting hand did not look good at all, but we were going to make it work. Thankfully, our opponent's hand did also not look good. He played a lot during our draw phase, so we waited to use our Book of Eclipse until he was done, and if he had any more, we were just going to use the second one anyways. So we booked the Eclipse, all of his stuff that he had face down. We went full combo, setting up Oviraptor with Lost World, also going into Pentastag, Dugaris, and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to deal 7,000 to the token we gave, and then the additional last 1,000 for game. So we were able to take a win going 3-2 tonight, which was amazing. I honestly am so happy with how this Dino deck performed. There are things that we could have done better, like our side deck, for instance, definitely could have been a lot different. But overall, I loved how it played, minus the bricks, but it was just a great night overall for testing Jank. And we ended up placing 11th out of 24 people, I think. 24, 23. I know there was a buy in there somewhere, so I think it was 23. But hey, we ended up close to top tables. We didn't get in the top tables, with our only 2 losses being to Labyrinth and Snake Eyes. So overall, not a bad night for testing Jank. So stay tuned, as we're going to keep testing out more Jank that we've got. We just finished Ice Barrier, so I'm excited to test that out. We've also got a couple more other decks that I want to play, like another Pendulum strategy that is a little wonky, but to my ears, it's music. So we'll see. But thanks guys for coming along. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and you know what? Come back and watch some of my older videos. Some of them may have some relevance, and honestly, some of those old decks might make comebacks. You never know. But let me know what you'd like to see for Weird Jank as we continue on this local diaries, and we'll pass it over to you.